Alrighty, I think we're live. This is gonna be a little bit of different content for the Goge. Usually I'm doing some Haggard Botet shit or Blood Bowl, but today we're going with some 40k action. We're gonna get a little bit of Gladius, Relics of War. Now, if you've seen this game before, it was quite, I don't know if popular was the word, but a lot of people were covering it a while ago. It's quite the fun game. It's kind of like a Civilization 40k crossover, except a little less, diplomacy and society building, and more so just ramping up for the war effort. It's a very combat based game, which I enjoy the most, of course, being a warmongering degenerate myself. So we're gonna hop right into it. I'm a little newer to this game. I'm gonna be playing with a friend of mine who is quite experienced. Ooh, there's my own beautiful voice. I'm going to be playing just a 1v1 here today. The games can kind of take a little long. Usually run like about an hour, hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours. But it basically cuts down the regular time of a regular Gladius game. We're playing a mod called Locknot's Extended Setup, which essentially makes it so it is a lot shorter of an experience. Everything's sped up like 10 times so you're not waiting 15 turns to get your cool units out. You're just pumping them out, teching up the tech tree, and then going out to fight your opponent real swiftly with haste. So yeah, we're gonna hop in a call with my buddy in a second here, but first I'm gonna, as per the Goji usual, just post a bunch of links and bullshit, and we'll see where it goes from there. But let's hop into the lobby. I believe he has the lobby up whilst I am posting links, so we're gonna hop into there. He's playing random because he's a try-hard. We're gonna play either, I think, Tyranids or Orcs. I've only really played those two extensively. As you can see, with all the DLC, you have quite the wide variety. You got the Imperial Guard, Chaos Space Marines, the Eldar, Necrons, Orcs, Space Marines, Tau, Tyranids. And that's a pretty hefty amount of factions for a 40k game. A lot of 40k video games, for some reason, have such limited factions for what the game is supposed to be. It's, usually Warhammer's hailed for having a lot of variety, yet none of the video games have that much variety. Yeah, and then I'll post some more links because I'm scum and villainy. Let's see, where is there just random stuff I can do here? Hold on. Annie, I'm too weak. Annie. But yeah, this game is it's pretty addicting actually once you get into it, in my opinion. It's it at first you think you're gonna get real bored with it, but then as you start learning all the intricacies of combat and building an army and structuring your economy properly, it gets real interesting really quick. Where is the... Okay, well, we'll get our friend in the chat first. And tell me if the music's a little loud. I think we'll hop into the game first, and then just pause the timer. Okay, I'm gonna call the Wire Sky. Hey, Will.
Hey, how you doing?
What's up, man? Let me lower your volume a little bit here. Let's go a little bit. Bam. Okay. How you doing, friend?
Yes, I'm good.
Good. We're gonna do some 1v1s today. It's gonna be glorious.
Cool.
You're probably gonna kick my ass as per usual. But we'll see. I've been practicing a little bit, ever so.
That's
slightly.
good. I'm out of practice.
Yeah, excellent. Probably gonna go Orcs or Tyranids as per my use. I'm thinking we start up the game real quick, and then we can pause the timer. I still need to do a couple things in terms of posting my little link everywhere. Ooh, you're going Tyranids, gross. Okay. I think I'll go Orcs, and we'll choose yellow for DACA. That's not yellow. Yellow for DACA. There we go. And it looks like we got all our settings. Bam. I'm ready. How is the mod doing? Seems like everybody is playing lobster mod. I don't know what lobster mod is. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's they've been I think they've been playing another mod in the Discord, something like that. There's
Yeah, it's a balance mod that the Adozo guy came up with.
Oh, okay, yes. I think I've talked to Adozo a couple times if I remember. Seems like a cool guy.
It's not starting because he hasn't ready. We're just gonna kick him.
Ah, okay, yeah.
No, there's only one spec spot.
All right. So it is your turn. Once you pass the turn, once you pass the turn, you can just pause it. I need to derp around the interwebs, the discords, real quick. I'm just gonna post that. There's got to be some self-promotion thing in let's see. No, that's I don't know where the stream notifications, YouTubers, there's like this Discord that I'm part of that usually there's like self-promotion stuff, but I guess there it is. Bam. Boof. I don't know why these guys would want to watch it, but I'm just gonna post it anyway. Okay. Yeah, I think we're good to go. Let's do it. Yeah, we'll call it good for now. Call it good. All right. Turn is paused. Excellent. Let's go ahead, unpause that turn and start out. So generally speaking, with the orcs, you can either go two routes from what I've discovered, and that's either you go vehicles first or infantry first, and it's usually a little bit of both, but you want the research, and then you either want ore or a lot of food, depending on what route you go. And looking at our situation here, you can kind of select where to build our city, and it's not looking too amazing for the old food department here. Let's see. We're getting a lot of minuses. Not loving that. So this is alright, but it only has 2 building hexes, and the building hexes is what allows you to build your building. So we kind of want to be careful with that. What I think we'll do is we'll actually build here. No, we'll build here still, I think. Or here. We'll go here. Okay, so we capture a little thing right there by building the city, which is nice. And then we'll go ahead and capture another strategic point. So basically, much like in like other RTSs, this isn't an RTS, but in other RTSs, there's like strategical points that will give you like resources over time. Same thing applies here. There's different resource tiles that if you capture them and hold them, they'll benefit your economy in a certain way. So this will give you food. This one gives you ore and power. This one gives you some research, and this one gives you some influence, and etc., etc. We'll start our first building, and usually in this kind of fast-paced mode, we always want to go research, because that research building will benefit you for quite a length of the game. Whereas you can go for other resource buildings quickly as well, but they don't really like give you as much bang for your buck for the first half of the game as much as research does. And we will go ahead and build that, our tech tree. Pass the turn, the wildlife scurrying around, little haggard monsters that they are. Yeah. What are you playing again? Tyranids?
Yep, Tyranids.
Yeah, the bug people. Tyranids is kind of gross. They're pretty. They seem interesting in this game mode. They're like really good in like one dimension, and like very they're not predictable. Like they're predictable in terms of like you know what their early powerful stuff is. You can still kind of mix up the build, but like you know what's good for sure. All right, we're gonna go ahead and grab us this tile here. Grab a little resource point and grab another little resource point. Luckily no wildlife has been fucking with us for now. Where are we on the map? So we're actually in there. Okay. Just kind of want to expand over nya and over nya. Alright. That's a pretty simple turn 2. Yes, he is. Okay, so you can see some of the some little buggers coming out the woodwork here. They are going to be quite annoying, but there's not a lot of them yet, and you got to be a little careful in this mode because the more you venture into the corners is where like the big bad creeps live. They will mess you up if you go unprepared for certain. So now I think we're going to grab this so we can actually grab some hero units. And you may be thinking, why are you telling your opponent all this stuff? Well, the thing is he's mostly responsible for teaching me, and also we're just playing a friendly game. It's not the biggest deal in the world. Just so you guys kind of
I too will build a hero.
Yes, he too is building heroes. It's one of the main moves to go early. Heroes are very it's just that you get a variety of units out quickly, and they're very powerful throughout most of the game. Length. Let's see, I think can go like that. So we may, let's see, we'll use the Eerie Go, giving us a little speed boost. Go to finish these guys off. They're not quite finished off. Well, they're almost finished off. Good enough for us. They don't have any friends. Then we'll go, this is our next, so we can try to get vehicles quickly, okay? The main goal of this game eventually is to get as many different good units producing as possible, and you want to kind of get those techs and buildings that allow you to build such units. So by the late game, you have a bunch of different production buildings that are all firing off. Okay, next turn, we got our, get our little stuff researched. Now we're going to start producing said heroes, and I think we're going to go for one of these buildings here. We're going to go for food or one of them is going to be selected probably, as we want to not totally tank our economy when we start producing things. And I think we'll actually go here. Yeah, we'll go with that. Let's grab a research. Grab these. Actually, we'll grab these. This is another very important part of the game. You want to get your next city out pretty swiftly. And so for the orcs, their city builder is the mechs. And the mech bits yard is a tier 2 research. So you always want to try to research this as quickly as possible. From my experience, because you want that second city, you want to be producing more stuff as quickly as possible to help the war effort. I've got a little Overwatch fire, and go in and kill him. And also I'm gonna reduce this music. I don't know what happened to the music settings, but they got boosted for no apparent reason. Cinematic volume. The music volume, really. Get out of here, music. Yeah. Yep, maybe like that. Yeah, this game's music is quite obnoxiously loud. It is quite absurd. Alright, well, looks like the end of our turn. Yep, and we're getting cleaved up by those guys, but it's alright. We'll hit them back tenfold. And another cool thing about playing the orcs is that when you're playing the orcs, you get influence, which is a helpful resource, mostly for heroes and for other like abilities. Is more so the influence usage. But you get influence and you also get ore. So ore, if you're attacking a lot as the orcs, you can get a good amount per turn. And you won't have to worry as much. At that same token, you can't really rely on it as a dependable income source because you're not always going to be crumping things as much as that is a travesty of the orky way. Not always practical. Alright, we're gonna put these guys out of here. Now, I don't see any orky fungus. Ah, I do see some orky fungus. So if you see over here this little fungus, that basically means the orcs can heal on it. It's one of their faction traits. It's kind of a cool little ability there. Allows them to passively heal. They passively heal regardless, but it's actually quite useful to boost their healing. Since they're a short-range faction, they usually get a little shot up before they engage for the good old combat. We're going to grab these as well in our tier 2 and end the turn. Alright, some more obnoxious AIs coming our way, but it's not too bad here. As you can see, we're kind of making our way to this corner, and the thing about corners is that they're high risk, high reward. If we don't want to go in too early, but at the same time, if you have enough forces, you definitely want to plunder all those juicy, delicious resources for the points. And there's these things called artifacts that allow you to basically get a army-wide buff for either HP, damage, or leadership. And leadership is actually a city thing. So if you look at the leadership loyalty, the loyalty is a city thing where you essentially, if you have too little of it, you start producing at a slower rate all your buildings. It doesn't come into play until you have quite the hefty amount of loyalty penalties, but it's still significant for sure. Oh, that's a very good item to have claimed. So when you go and claim these Runes of Vol, you get certain items as well as a research bonus. But the certain items you can give to your heroes and buff them up in various ways. And this one's pretty strong. You see the ability there? We will give him that as his first level. Go ahead and smack these boys around, I think. I think we can mess them up a little bit here. We want to be careful not to... Okay. Ah, see, that... We messed up. So, like, essentially, line of sight is also a huge factor in this game. And it's kind of... You want to be very careful. Now, we didn't mess up hugely. We're not going to lose a unit off of this, probably. But if you don't see, if you can't see due to elevation or due to just blockage of some kind of the line of sight, you can set yourself up for epic fails, like, really, really easily. And we got punished a little bit there. Not too bad, but just a little bit. Alright, let's go ahead. And so we want to kind of measure how much influence we're getting to what we're going to spend on this guy. And I think it might be worth it for now. His upkeep is, yeah. So we'll actually... I think we'll actually wait on him. Mostly because we have the chance to accumulate quite the amount of influence if we do. So I'll skip order and we'll leave him that. We'll grab a research of this guy because he will actually supplement our strategy here of heroes first. Ooh. So now we definitely have to back off of this area. These guys luckily didn't, or these guys didn't aggro, luckily. Which is odd because usually they run in packs, but I guess they've decided that we haven't triggered them yet. I think it's mostly because we accidentally triggered these guys as Overwatch, and the Overwatch is just kind of a passive ability. I don't think it necessarily means that they'll go and attack you if you've triggered their Overwatch. At least from what I've seen, but maybe that's not the case. Because these guys would definitely be attacking if I aggroed the whole group, which is for sure odd. Alright, need to blow my nose. Yeah, right. Oh. Okay. What are you doing over there, Wire Sky, man? You plotting?
Doing good.
Yep. Alright, so we're definitely gonna grab one of these guys, and we're gonna need to grab let's see, where do we want this? Thinking we're going we might have to think about some energy as well, due to the fact that some of our later technologies that are very good will require energy. So we don't want to go too crazy on just building a bunch of stuff with disregard for the energy. It's very important. We'll continue to attack this, and the reason being is we get influence off of it. Say, look at that +3. There we go. Value, and they're healing off of that tile as well. So we'll just kind of these guys out here, see what's up. Okay. So we got some weakened. So these guys flew off over here. Definitely don't stay right here. Is there any? I guess we'll just kind of flee the scene. There's no good orcoid fungus to be around right there, though. Let's investigate here, see if anybody's... okay. Didn't want to take this just in case somebody was sitting there waiting for ambush, but we might next turn depending on what the cultists do. And I'm thinking we're actually going to go for these guys here. We might be building some stuff soon. Yeah, or we could go these guys. Well, we probably won't need the loyalty for a while. Okay, we'll stick with those guys. Oh, Overwatch is turned on. Whoopsie doopsies. God, and so annoying because the war boss's little like fucking rocket launcher does no damage. So a lot of units, if they have very useless Overwatches like the boys and the war boss, you definitely want to turn Overwatch off so you don't aggro any wildlife that you really don't want to aggro. These things are fine. They're not going to do shit to us particularly, but if it was a scarier thing, I would be regretting life right now. Indeed. But I think our main strategy here is to pump out these, really. So like, we're gonna go these, and then we're gonna go these as well, and just go ham bone. And so that requires a lot of one particular resource, which is this. And we'll see how that fares. But we're also taking a little bit of time because of these guys taking a couple extra turns to come out, unfortunately. Look at them. So slow. 2 whole turns. God. Okay. So let's start with this first. We're going to immediately go for them. Get this guy out. We will actually give him those. They're quite useful. Okay, put you there. I'm okay with doing this, mostly because we don't... Yeah, it's alright. Bam. Oh, interesting. Go over here. And then come in for the killing blow. And then it's sad that he wasn't right here, but oh, actually, yep. So everything, when you kill something, everything in a 3-tile radius actually gets the XP for it. So you wanna, if you wanna level something, you wanna kill it. You essentially want to kill it within 3 squares or 3 tiles of that thing, so you get the XP. So this pain boy got the XP. He got some. He's almost leveled up, and then this guy got some, and these guys all get the XP as well. And you can see they're level 2. Have they still been adding stuff to Gladius? I remember looking at it at launch, but it felt so bare bones. They have a good amount of factions, man. I wouldn't say that it's the most like full game still, but it is actually very fun in its current state. Like playing 1v1s and free-for-alls in this mode is really enjoyable. Even when you want to play longer campaigns, I think getting all the DLC is well worth it. I'm actually going to pin in the description like all the DLCs and stuff, because the sale's still going on, and the sale goes on for about 2-3 more days. So if you want to pick up some stuff in the game itself for really cheap, I would do it now. And you don't have to go to Steam. You can go to the the off-brand sites that have it for relatively cheap. Because
I recommend getting it through Steam though for the modding community.
Right, for the mod. Oh, right. No, I meant for like in terms of codes, like you can get like I forget what it's called. It's not like instant fast gaming. I forget what it's called, but it's basically like the humble bundles of the world, the sites that allow you to get the codes for cheap. If you're gonna do that anyways, I'd do it now, because even those are gonna be much cheaper. So we're gonna start building this. The reason we're gonna do that is so we can start pumping out stuff. Next turn's a big turn. I may have to give it another look. For sure, man, I'd recommend it. It's pretty fun. And the version we're playing right now, it's just a modded version, so everything goes fast. So essentially, you can get out cool armies that come out in a short amount of time, instead of having to wait like 3-4 hours to get your cool army out. And if you're into that, by all means, do that. It's still very enjoyable. But this is like if you want to play some multiplayer, just have some fun with a friend or two for like a couple hours. This actually is it fits really well. It does have a bit of a learning curve, I will tell you that. It's not the most noob friendly / user friendly, but it doesn't take a lot. Once you start understanding all the resources, it doesn't take a lot to like understand the game. It just takes a while to master the game, much like a lot of strategy games. So the XP thing, is it divided among the units in that 3 hex radius, or do all the units get the same XP reward? I believe they all get the same XP reward. Am I incorrect, Warsky?
Yeah, they all get the same.
Yeah. So they all do indeed just get the set amount of whatever the XP that thing gives you. We're going to actually heal him. Yep, very nice. Okay. He can now go over here, and we can try to rack up even some more XP, hopefully. Let's see, we'll put you right here. We're going to move up. Alright, so we're going to grab you. Yep. And these, which one is more? Okay, we're gonna grab you. Had to sneeze. And these guys will be going over here to kind of swarmeth. Let the swarm cometh. This guy will as well, I think, be getting these. So now we want to continue making him. That's very good. And then we also... Or do we not have enough? Okay, so what we do need then is we're going to not produce him for a bit. And since we are kind of struggling on this, we can go ahead and put some of that in, and then we're probably going to be putting that in as well, just to boost our resources. Yep. Oh, swing. Yep. We'll actually, I'd love getting these. We might want to actually start with this, though. Bigger choppers is cool, but this is more important for sure, because then we can continue to grow without too much issues. End the turn there. Yep. So we're doing okay in terms of progress. I think we're actually going faster than most of my playthroughs as orcs. You want to try to get out your second city as fast as possible, and I think we are on that track relatively. It's gonna be Uno Mas, I think, this next turn. And we're doing okay economy also. Like, we're not doing the worst. But we're not doing the best. I've seen a lot better. I've seen a lot better economies for the good old orcs. So we're gonna move these guys. Oh, actually, we're not doing okay because we need a little bit more. So what we want to do then is go like this. We want to fight as much as possible here. So now we have enough. So that's the cool thing about the orcs, is that we can go ahead and here we go. And then get some delicious city action going. And so that'll buff up all of our resource income and stuff. It will negatively affect our loyalty, but the loyalty, again, the penalties don't come in until you're maybe double digits plus, at that point, then it's kind of a sketch. But for now, we're just going to keep trekking, and especially you want to grab this. This is very important. So essentially we can research faster without having to get another research building. Very glorious indeed. Grab you. Is that okay. I'll grab you as well. Ah, yes, and you can see a little sum here. A little sum here. But, yeah, we're gonna want to be a little extra careful with that for certain. Oh. We'll grab you then. Okay, so now we're getting into the, we want to be careful because we're seeing some expansion of our opponents as well. We definitely want to be a little careful. And yeah, this guy healed himself. Okay, excellent. Yeah, we're set up good for next turn, but this turn we're kind of too broke to do anything right now. So let's do it. Let's move these guys. Cool. Yep. So yeah, we didn't set up our economy properly, but in terms of speed and progress, we're doing okay, and that is not good. These guys actually will survive, though, somehow. I don't know how, but they survived. I think it's because of that level. Yeah, they're alive, but we'll need to run them away swiftly. And we'll see what Wire Sky's up to. He's Tyrannid, so he will have some early bullshit. Tyranids are a pretty swift race when it comes to building their armies. But every army and every faction has their own unique traits and strengths and weaknesses. The Tyranids, in terms of their weaknesses, they lack diversity in builds, or at least true, very versatile units. There's their units are very specifically good at one thing, so it's very easy to build an army expecting a certain type of Tyranid build, and if you guess correctly, then the Tyranid has to be very careful about how they approach you. Because if you expect Carnifexes and you build against Carnifexes, then the Tyranid usually is going to be building mostly Carnifexes or something else. And if they, it's basically a guessing game. And then the other faction can essentially switch gears with their army choices a lot easier than the Tyranids can. So if the Tyranids are like, oh shit, I'm getting counter-builded, I need to build a certain type of different unit, that certain type of different unit isn't necessarily going to be like the counter to what you built, because your build can still deal with that other stuff along with dealing with the Carnifexes. It's kind of long-winded, but it makes sense in practicality, not necessarily that explanation, but yeah. Okay, so we're doing okay now with our other stuff. What we want to do really is start building these, especially because of the bonus. We'll grab you. We'll grab something from this city as well. We'll grab a everything costs 2 around here. We'll grab you. Maybe you. No, we'll definitely grab you. Okay, excellent. All right, so we're gonna have to take a little back seat. Not a little back seat, but we're gonna move over here a little bit because this is a spooky, scary skeleton. It's gonna hit you. Grab you, get some XP, and see, we should have moved these guys over here to get the XP as well. Just an unfortunate choice we've made there. Go grab these guys and actually shoot them down. There we go. Very nice. We can do with our pain boy. Go heal these guys up. This guy's gonna run over here into the city because we're scared little children in a great big forest of a world. And do we still have enough for these guys? Yeah, let's get another one of these when we can. Okay. Start leveling up. Extra bits is pretty good, makes everything cheaper. It's a cool little nifty ability the Pain Boy has. We'll do that for this guy as well, because there's not really a lot else to do. We gotta get the War Boss getting his juicy squiggy. And oh, we can use our healing on those guys. Excellent. Okay, choose a research and bone out here. I say we grab the Big Mac, I think. Yeah, it's probably useful. Okay, end the turn. All right. So yeah, as you can see, it's kind of like it's a weird balancing act of all your resources and what you want to like let tank and let go free. And I've kind of little bit diddled it up in terms of what I've let tank, which is this and this. This is fine to tank for a while. I mean, you're not going to use this resource for quite a while until later in the game. But this you definitely want to be up, and I didn't exactly do it correctly in terms of stockpiling it, because what you kind of want to do, or what is a strategy, is just stockpile a bunch of resource, then just get all the means to produce the army you want, and then just spend it all until you run out, and then hopefully you win the game by then. But we're going steady here. We'll see what Wire Sky's packing here, man. See what firepower we got to deal with. Alright, so that's taking a while. Yep, so that's run out. So now if you look, you'll see this. So it's 10%, minus 10% of like the production in general because we are out of said resource. So that's why you really want to get this up. And once we get this this building up, we should be fine. It's just taking a little one more turn, unfortunately. We're gonna want to build, so yeah, let's go grab some more XP if we can. There we go, these guys. And then if we can move you over here. Or, let's say, we want them to go. There we go. Alright, get all that juicy XP. Alright, and then you can start healing up stuff. You can also start healing up stuff. Excellent. This guy we kind of want to, oh, we can leave him in here for now. You as well. We'll go over here. Okay. We gotta wait one more turn for all of our stuff to come out here, as well as here. Then hopefully we'll be kind of in the green for a lot of our resources, and it'll be glorious. Once again, the orcs shall prevail. Let's see. Heavily armored transport. Yeah, we can go here. I think the only thing we really need to invest in the vehicles is over here, though. This is such a strong vehicle, and you'll see why later on, but it's pretty freaking crazy. We'll go ahead and grab this, I think, for now. Either this or this. We'll grab this, though. Help prevent a little damage. Seeing some more creep activity. These freaking Vespids are just going in and out. But yeah, we need to be a little careful about progressing down here, because if you see this, this thing is an artifact, and this is where the big bads usually hang around. There's going to be some mind slavers, which aren't that bad. You can usually kill them pretty quickly, but there's also usually like a Castellan robot and the Tech Priest Injasiers, which is their little like commander essentially. Like do they heal them? I think they actually do heal them occasionally, right? Or
yeah, they heal them.
Yeah, so they'll heal the robot, and the robot's just an absolute beast, just an absolute behemoth of a unit. At least early game, early mid game, they're pretty disgusting because they got a lot of HP, good amount of armor, hit like Mack trucks. Not great stuff. Not great stuff at all. Indeed. Alright. So let's see. So, now we have to go back, so see how we need more population, essentially. We gotta go minus from some stuff, so we're not going to be using this. We're not going to be using this. So what we do want to do is go up after we get this. So we're going to go back and research this. Okay. That's what we want to do. Because that'll basically give us more population to work with. Each point or each building uses population, and you need to manage that properly as well. So it's like it's weird because this game is very much a city manager, but it's also it's purely meant to fund the battle that you're going to have later. So it's a very interesting dynamic. You have to like be good at economy, but also kind of keep in mind that you're doing it for the noble purpose of destroying all of your enemies.
I liken it a lot to StarCraft, like a turn-based StarCraft. But yeah, instead of creating like Protoss drones or those little service unit guys to mine and harvest, you're using buildings to harvest, and then you just have buildings that produce guys just like you would in StarCraft, and you just produce them and fight turn-based style.
Yep, exactly. Very adequate way of explaining this game, because essentially, yeah, you're just you got a base build and then you got to fight, which is exactly how traditional RTSs work. And then let's take this guy out and go right here. That way we can put you here, and then we can use this little thing. Put you there. Okay. The one thing about this game is that it will skip to your like next action before you've taken all possible actions, which is sort of annoying because you can still be wanting to do stuff with that certain unit, and they'll be like, "Oh, on to the next one," and you're just like, "No." But no. All right. I think we can end the turn. All right. All right. Get some of these. These guys are really my favorite unit. I think they're my favorite unit in all 40k. Actually, the Flash Kits. They're pretty magnificent. They're just like they're my favorite lore too. I think they're part of the it's not the Blood Axe clan. I forget what clan it is. That is the very fancy, like the rich orcs. So basically, they grow more teeth in their mouth, and therefore are more rich, because in orc society, teeth is your currency. So like all they have to do is just punch themselves in the face and like get a bunch of teeth, and they just are fabulously rich. And they're always sitting in the back, like wearing yellow, because everybody believes yellow is the DACA color, and they'll just like get these fancy shooty items so they don't have to go fight in the front line with the rest of the grunt boys. It's pretty great. Pretty classic. Classic orky technology. Alright. So yeah, we're gonna start maneuvering that away. We'll go ahead and grab.
I wonder if you've seen my army yet. I saw yours. There was a war boss, a pain boy, and
well, I saw some of your. I saw like a couple outposts. I've not seen your actual like units yet.
Yeah, I was watching you, and then you used the pain boy to heal an orc boy.
Perhaps.
I saw it. And you have a dusk blade. Oh no! I saw your army.
All right. Let's see. What? I mean, we really do want this. We also want that here. So what I think we're gonna do is grab that here, and then grab this here, and then we'll be golden for that stratagem. The stratagems. And then we definitely want this, and yeah, we'll continue on our rampage. All right, so here's the yucky yucks. They're what we don't want to have dealt to our army eventually, but it's probably going to happen. Okay, if we can actually... So now that we have a good amount of this resource, we can actually go to the shop and use the shop's wares, and the items can be quite powerful, indeed. These guys to beat those guys up. Over here, okay. I'll go right there. All right. Let's see. We don't have enough. Okay. Then what we'll do is go like this, and we will build one of these guys. These guys are kind of interesting. Actually, I don't know if we want to build one yet. I think we might more so want to build one of these guys. So let's get rid of you. Get rid of you. Bam. Okay, cool. Cool. And we'll end line turn. Yeah, so it's an interesting early game because like you can't exactly it's not that aggro is punished in this game, but you have to be very, 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 very careful if you decide to try to like aggress against your opponent early, because you have to know exactly what you're doing, and placement of your army is very important, and knowing the terrain as well. So you can see this little orange line. That means there's a elevation, which means you can't hop from this square to or this tile to this tile directly. You'd have to go around, which is an extra movement. And there's also rocks and forest and this wire weed, which will actually damage you if you move through it. But a lot of these factors will hinder your movement either by one or two. And you have to be very cognizant of the shit that is around you in order to not screw your battle plan up when you're engaging your enemy. So it's a very like methodical process, but it is pretty fun. Right now we're just going around beefing up our armies, getting ready for the fight, and then once the main fight happens, usually that's when the games decide. Like usually, if somebody loses the main fight, it's relatively over at that point.
This is considerably slow for this speed too. Usually we're pitch battle turn 15.
Yeah, this is true. This is true. I've been practicing mostly Tyranids, and my orcs have been like suffering for the cause. All right, we are. God, we have to go. So he's getting there. That'll add 6. We need to start making this. I think. Yeah, this is quite not a slow start, but fairly slow start. So now this is a cool little thing. So you have quite the selection of items you can get from the shop, and obviously you can see our amount of influence we have. We don't want to spend too much because then we'll start putting ourselves in negatives if we get low at some point. But we do kind of want to grab some stuff that'll help our war boss out here. We'll grab maybe that. Let's see, what does that do? That one's alright too. I'm thinking we grab some of that. So now we're kind of beefed up in the armored department. Now we want some. This actually might be quite helpful as well. So we'll go like that. And this is a good amount of influence to have. I don't think we want to go really too low below that. So that. And so you can see all of his items that he's going to have to take a turn to accumulate, or equip rather. But then we'll be good to go after that. So let's start waddling up here. Oh, hello. Hello, friend. I'm gonna start just waddling our way that way. So we're gonna have to be careful with him. We also want to be careful because these guys, what we can do is set down that as a last resort in case we start getting really fuckled. I'm gonna put these guys here. I think I can put these guys here. Put you here. You here. You're just gonna have to chill there. We're gonna have to wait on these boys. Yep. Alright. Looking at our city, we could definitely want to grab this. This is very nice for the build we're going. It'll just buff all our boys. Ouch, boys! And then, yeah, we might as well get some influence from this guy. Get some influence! Oh, look, you're... So, like, the reason they're gray, so he has blue color, and this is one of his units. It's a hero. It actually produces Termagants, which is their basic infantry unit. Pretty good, damn good hero. But one of his units has gotten taken over by the Mind Slaver, which is the unit that guards this artifact. And so it's quite hilarious. No, you've taken my outpost. Oh, the suicidal bobs. Holy crap. That isn't an ability of his. I think that's a different unit entirely. I think that's one of those, I've never used them myself, but they're one of those explodey spore mine guys. These guys are taking over. So at least he's getting harassed by the AI, which is good for us. Which is better for us. Always better for us. That gives us everything more HP. We definitely want that if we can get it. It's unfortunate these guys are kind of going behind, but Yep, so we're gonna have to deal with he's gotten 2 outposts, which is quite obnoxious. That being said, they're just Termagants, so they're not the hardest things to take down ever. Yeah, that's not bad. So yeah, we can check the damage like that as well, even for our turn. Okay. So we're gonna move over there. It's not probably the best move. We'll go there. Let's see where it's 4 required. So what we need, some of these. We need some of these, and then we need, it looks like, some of that. Actually, two turns. So what we're gonna do for there, get the population going up. Very nice. Very nice. And we'll minus you. And we can actually go ahead and minus that as well. There we go. Okay. Grab these guys. So you're just kind of min-maxing your city, trying to just make sure that everything runs smoothly for you to pump out units as efficiently as possible. Because it's getting to that time of the game where you want some punch and power, you know. And speaking of punch and power, we're probably going to be punching some Termagants in the face. shortly here. Very shortly. These guys don't. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. Alright, so what we're gonna do is move this guy right over here. Oh, alright. So we have a Carnifex hidden in the woods there. Okay. Have to be very careful about that. Let's see if we can get you going. You can go right here. Heal you up. And then what we want to do is shoot you down. Now, the question is, we want to take that outpost, but we don't want to go super crazy with it. In fact, we want to be very careful about how we take that outpost. But first, let's investigate what we got going on over here. Ah, gross. Okay. Gross, gross, gross. So there is multiple shit hiding in this Imperial Ruins. That is unfortunate. So yeah, now we're kind of like choke pointed. So we want to be extremely careful with that. We might actually have to back off. Purely due to those unfortunate circumstances. So what we're going to do, move over here. We're going to probably take out these, try to take out these guys. Okay, go like that, or rather that. Take these guys out. You're gonna move here. Move you. Heal you. These guys. And we can't really do much in terms of buildings here. Actually, we do want to build a power building here. Yes. Alright, just in time for us to not hit a dirt. Yeah, so this is the danger of fighting over a corner here. So you're just getting totally pickle-ricked by the AI. God, and yeah, they came with quite the swarm on that side. And it looks like they're all aggroing on me. Delicious. Delicious stuff. We're just getting crumped-diddly-umped. 2 fronts. It's okay, we got some stuff in the works, boys. Don't worry about it. Got some, let's see, he's a Tyranid Prime, yep. Yep, we're gonna probably have to back off of this situation due to, nature of us not being able to move around, this away. Quite limits us in what we can do. Ooh, and we have a little, this guy range 2. So very, very little Tyranids have actually range 2 units. But this Exocrine is like a little weird fucking, looks like a hell cannon kind of for Tyranids. There's a bunch of them. Oh, so you, what is this build? What is this? These are very odd choices, but I guess they might work out. I don't know. I forget what even tier and exocrines are. I don't even remember. Oh, there goes the pain boy. Alright, we're getting totally crumped. So yeah, we overextended a little bit, guys, and we're getting punished for it. Big time. We're getting punished for it big time. I don't know how you saw all my stuff, though. I'm still a bit confused about how you saw it that early.
Oh, I was hiding. See the bushes behind my Exorine? I was hiding Turbogons in there. Termagants.
Oh, in the little
So,
forests.
so yeah, you walked up past and did some business over here, and then walked away, and I just waited in the bush.
Jeez. Yeah. See, like the forest would have been. It would have been prudent of me to investigate the worst. Okay. So also, if you just saw that forest go away, that means he had a Malanthrope actually eat that land. So the cool thing about Tyranid is you can actually have your builder unit eat like vegetation and tiles, and gain resources from it temporarily. You exchange, I think, influence for what they call biomass, which is the Tyranid version of food, basically. Um, it's their main resource. So another thing about the races of Gladius is that a lot of different races have different resources. The Tyranids only have three primary resources. It's influence, biomass, and the research. So it's a lot easier to balance that, but it also means that if you're running out of one, you're in deep doo doo because that's what's making your shit work most of the time in terms of influence or biomass. So you need to really be careful, but at the same time, it's a lot easier to manage than a lot of the other races for certain. Okay. Well. Oh, interesting. I can't shoot from there. I wonder why. Oh, is it because of So I wonder what's preventing my flash gets from shooting those raveners. It's odd. Huh. So like I can't exactly explain why I can't shoot these raveners here. Is it because of can you not shoot through forest? Maybe that's it. Regardless, what we can do.
Maybe just try shooting them because it looks like you can.
Well, so like if I put, yeah. Well.
Yeah, maybe be careful.
Yeah.
Titus likes to take your units on a run.
Yep. All right. We will start acquiring a tile here. We may be in for the shit, boys. We may be getting wrecked here, but we do have a good amount of. Okay, that guy's taking a turn. Yeah. All right. This guy needs to run back over here, or at least maybe over there. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna move you. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be able to. Ah. That's the unfortunate part is I think we probably have to engage like that. And then run you up. Why are these Raveners not taking a lot of damage? They have some HP, I think, right? And then the
yeah, they got 32 HP in the Spore Cloud.
Yeah. Gross. Alright, but we will be able to finish them off with our less itemed up war boss, which is not the worst thing ever. Let's see, these guys took damage. Alright, let's see if we can get rid of these freaking little psycho. No, we cannot. Oh god, they're obnoxious. Okay, well, we're just gonna have to leave these guys on Overwatch then. And what we will do. These guys have Overwatch? No. I think we can do is be real annoying. Drop a city right there. Alright. Then we can start
that was a pretty good move. I'm kind of impressed.
Alright there. Then you
that city changed it from like an all-out blowout to now I have to
yeah, now you have to think, son. No, but yeah, I think we're gonna go. Okay, no, it does the game does an annoying thing where if you select it a couple times, it'll be obnoxious. Oh, I forgot that he doesn't do... He's flying, so he doesn't get hit by melee. No! Alright, well, whatever. We'll just have to... It's alright. Okay. We don't have enough population to support these other buildings, so we have to chill out. These guys are producing. These guys are producing. Okay, we're doing okay, boys. We're doing alright. Let's get the... Yeah, let's go that. And then the turn. And the turn! Oh, these guys are hammering me from the rear. Pause. But, this is no bueno when the AI and your opponent are at your throat. Yeah, that's pretty gross. So, the unfortunate thing is Varsky got the jump on us and got some good early value. The less fortunate thing is I think he might have a slightly better army than we do. By slightly, I mean probably a good amount better in terms of quality here. But we may be able to dock them down a little bit as well. A good thing about running a Flash Gets army is you have a good amount of
Oh,
range.
You got a misclick there. Nice.
Oh, you misclicked?
Yeah, it's alright though.
Oh, are
you can live there.
You going for the war boss?
No, I was going for a different dial completely.
Oh, geez. Oh, geez. Oh, geez. Well, he's in some forest. He's not going to do
Oh, geez, Rick.
Yeah, oh, geez, Rick. Exactly. Yeah, these Tyranids are ferocious, man. Ferocious. Ew, okay. The Biovores are quite annoying. They will change things up a little bit. They're an artillery unit, but they're not extremely powerful, but they're pretty obnoxious still. They will make our range superiority less superior. Oh, you can actually attack them. Alright. Okay, nope, those flash kits are done diddlied. They're done diddlied. Attacking the webway gate. Fuck that webway gate in particular. I hate it. Alright, well, there's more stuff coming. That's the fortunate part. The unfortunate part is that we have a bunch of monstrous artillery in our front gates here. That's not the fortunate part. Gris. Yeah, well, how are we gonna deal with him? So, okay, we deal. Question is, it's not bad. Not bad, but yeah, the front line is not so much the issue. The issue is that he's gonna continue to have gross stuff. That's interesting because these guys have. Yeah, that's not gonna be any good. Yeah, so I guess it's the incline that doesn't allow them to shoot. That is strange. You'd think because they'd be higher up that there'd actually be easier to shoot them, but no.
Oh, are you thinking the flash gets shooting past the war boss? Yeah, because there's a 3 and then a 2, so it's like my guy's kind of below a hill that you have to shoot over.
Well, it's because like this is 1310 so the third number, everybody, is the height. So the 1310 is the coordinate of the the actual hex, but the 3 is the height, and so there's a 2 or there's a 3, 3. Well, no, they're all in the same plane. It looks like, right? 3.
No, well, yeah, they're all like if you're talking 1310, it's on a 3, right? So
Right.
12.9 is also on a 3, which is the 12.9 because it's the same elevation. It's blocking the lower elevation, which is 11.9.
Ah,
Right, but
yes. I was talking about the termagants, though. Do you see the termagants? Yes. They should be on the same plane, but yet, I guess it's because of the forest, right?
oh, that one's the forest, yeah.
Yeah. See, there's a forest. So there's a lot of shit to consider when playing this game. A lot of shit indeed. So you can go there. And I don't care about the termagants, but we like, let's see, go here, right? The flash gets do almost nothing to that Tyranid Prime, so I'm gonna have to try to take out these termagants as much as possible. Alright, then let's move you. You can just shoot him from here, which is alright. Or rather, shoot him. Shoot him. I have to. Ugh, gross. I forgot that Carnifex had stuffs. Alright, so now we gotta go. I don't think we can actually move him fast enough, right? No. No, we cannot. Okay. Unfortunate. So, before we run out of time, we gotta do some stuff such as producing our units. Let's produce more of these guys, I guess. We'll get some more of that going. This guy's gotta have that. No valid targets, so we need to make another hex here. Okay, you probably just gotta stand back. Watch. You're gonna come back here. I think. Or he can heal himself. Oh, well, let's do that. And then we'll try to take out this. We'll have to try to take him out. Gross. Yeah, I don't think we can, though. Can shoot those guys. That does such pitiful damage. That's very confusing. I guess it's not very good AoE. Alright, think we're about done, and probably about to be about done Zoe as well. Let's increase his healing capabilities and call it good. Oh, and the AI comes from the rear again. Oh, brutal. Brutal shit. Yeah. Even with all of his buffs just annihilated in like one shot from that Exocrine. That's kind of insane. Holy shit. Yeah, I never feel like it's ever worth it to upgrade the armor on the war bosses. It does, I feel like it does nothing for them. Like, they're because like you can only get up to like 6, and I feel like 6 is like kind of shit. Like, it's not good, really. Like, ugh, that's just gross. I feel like it's worth it to upgrade armor and stuff on like Necrons lords and stuff. So the Necrons have these lords which are extremely tanky characters, and they just fucking will eat like 1,000 hits from anything. War bosses are a little glass cannony, but the issue is there ends up not being a lot of tanky units on the orc roster that you can kind of send at stuff, unless they're vehicles. And even their vehicles are not the best. Like, the tankiest thing I could think of mid-game is like a battle wagon, and the battle wagons are kind of shite, so I don't see them taken, really. Because they just have such a shit attack. Like, their attack is so bad. But they have a good amount of HP. A good amount of HP. Ugh, these exocrines are destroying me. Yeah. Well, we can fight it out a few more turns, boys. We'll see how it goes, but our main war boss got chunked down in like one hit. Depressing as it was.
Well, he was kind of like he went after Malanthrope, kind of put himself right in the front line.
Oh, well, he went in after a Tyranid Prime, yeah. It was...
Oh, and the Tyranid Prime, yeah. But
was,
you would have got him. The Tyranid Prime has adaptive armor, right? So you probably saw like your 2 war bosses could kill him.
Yeah.
But then after the first attack, then he gets like a bunch of invulnerability.
Yeah, he gets the adaptive biology. Yep. Pretty good stuff. But yeah, the war bosses got tracked. But there's just like one exocrine, man. Like, I understand, like, I think it's just war bosses are not...
Yeah, they're not tanky, but the exocrine is also, he's only a range 2 for all that damage, and he does more damage when he's standing still. So you put the war boss in range of 2 of them.
Yeah, this is true.
And one of them had Overwatch on.
Yeah, look at these fuckers, these angry looking cannon heads. The pistol head from that one anime, I forgot. There's a pretty ridiculous head over there.
Yeah, it's a neat trick for the Tyranids, right? Because you expect him to be all melee range, and then you show up to an army that can shoot you at range 2 for significant damage.
Yep. God, it doesn't even look like we can kill anything this turn.
I was even sneaky and put a Carnifex and Raveners up front, so you thought it was the regular army.
Yeah.
Went for those guys, but the Exorines were right behind.
Alright,
they were the main army bait.
Oh, crap. Let's see. Well, we can chew through some... I don't even know... where are we able to kill them? It's just such a tight space, and you can't shoot over a city. We're not going to be able to hit this guy. We can hit this guy, but...
Yeah, I think a city at 2 elevation to a tile.
Yeah, that's elevation, and it's like, yeah, right in the middle of this engagement. Pretty grody.
So that new city you put down like locked off that side from me, which was a good move.
It was a good move. Followed by not so great moves. We can go here. We're not going to be able to make a difference so much. Okay, no, I don't want to enter city. Let's try to get rid of this Carnifex maybe then. Oh, these fucking things are going to shoot me. Oh, these stupid Speedwing frickers. The fracker frickers. It's alright. Oh, they already shot. Alright. Go right here. Let's see. Come on. Ah! Goodbye, Carnifex. Alright, let's see. We need a new tile for you. We're gonna need more of these guys for certain. And then we're gonna probably want to build you when we get a chance. And then this guy's building. Alright. Okay. Already leveled up. We definitely want to get that when we can. This guy's just gonna go here, I think. Yeah, goddamn Vespids. The nature has turned against me. Nature has turned against me. We have to heal the grody heal. Yep, that war boss probably gonna get shreckled. What is this? The spore mines. Spore burst. Oh, the range 3? Wait, what? Oh, you can just shoot these spore mines? That's crazy. Oh, those biovores are cool. I didn't realize they did that. So these biovores can shoot the mine unit like 3 squares, and then that just goes and like crump stuff. Ugh. Yikes. I think we're getting wrecked. No, war boss. No, city. Oh, God. City, no. Nah. Not Rockclaw. Well, guys, I think, looking at our army situation, we're not doing too hot. I think we can, I think this might be a concession, boys, pretty soon. Because also another thing about this game is when your city gets attacked, it minuses its loyalty temporarily for the destruction dealt to it. So the more damage he does to the city, the less it's going to be producing, and so it's going to be almost rendered useless. So our extra value here is just going to be completely lost from having this extra city, or this additional city. So I think we can probably call it here, boys. We're probably going to get wrecked. Let's see the map. So GG, sir. Let's go.
Yeah, man, GG.
Surrender.
Like that was a thing. Putting the city down was good, but you needed a way to cut me off from the other city, so I couldn't get a hit on it.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so let's go one more turn just so we can see the field. So let's take a look at his city. So he had 3 cities himself. The third one much more developed than ours. Ours was barely functioning by the time we engaged. So it looked like your production was slowing down a bit at the end, but you already had your army out essentially. You had mostly what he wanted. So this is probably an appropriately sized army. What we had was a sad little... Okay, actually, if we had conserved our troops, it probably would have been around the same size. But the issue was we engaged a little sloppily and got the... He had the sneaky termagants in the bush that allowed him to...
I was watching the army move around.
He's like Golem in his little cave waiting for the opportunity to grab the ring, and grab it he did. Yeah, because we were just caught off guard by how much information you had. Yeah.
On my main city, the Morture near Ossifex, I put in two books was my start.
So you started with 2 books. Okay, so so you just never needed to do research after that then, and you were probably pretty set.
Yeah, because my plan was to get to what are they called? Exorines?
Yeah,
and that's tier 6, right?
Oh, wow.
So I needed quite a few turns to get to it, like 12, 13 turns I think it took, 14 turns?
Yeah.
14 turns, because I went back for one smaller research.
Yeah, probably a population thing, I'd imagine.
13 turns, yeah. So from turn 13, I've been building, and I had 5 victories, or what are they called? Brood haunts.
Yeah, 5 brood. Yeah, brood haunts is the main shtick. So you'll see like, let's see, where are they? At the brood nest. We don't have any brood haunts in that one, but I think it's this one that must have all the brood haunts. Or 3 of them.
The two cities, not the main city.
Yeah, then you just made the brood haunts in there. That's fair. That's fair. So like, yeah, we just went. I think we went a little too early on our on our production. We should have just probably stockpiled resources for a few more turns before going all out for the flash gets.
Yeah, flash gets were my nemesis. That's why I was building the biovores to. I was trying to pick off the flash gets
Yep.
before shrines had to walk up, because the flash gets would tear these guys apart pretty quickly.
Yeah. The flash gets are a very good unit. Indeed. All right, let's take a look at the stats real quick. So we got totally smashed in economy basically the entire time. Military was relatively even until about the mid game. Then you just started producing a bunch of high tier stuff, whilst I was producing mid tier trashy trash the entire time. Let's see, damage dealt, damage taken. Yep. We got thoroughly pwned, boys. But we'll be playing this game a little bit more, streaming it a little bit more, and we'll be learning together. And I thoroughly enjoy it. I mean, it's only like been an hour and a half, and usually these games, keep in mind, take about like 3 to 4 hours to complete one playthrough of a multiplayer Gladius game. So I don't think I posted in the initial description, but I will be posting or editing it in a little bit. I'll link the mod. The game's on sale. The summer sale is up for about 2-3 more days, so I'll take advantage of that if you want to get into it. I wish I had been able to post this video a little bit earlier, mostly because there'd be more days in the sale, but unfortunately my computer was being a butthead and decided to short circuit when it was mostly my fault. I short circuited it. But then I recovered all my data and I'm great, so it's all good. Thanks for hopping on with me, Wire Sky. I think we're gonna cut off the stream here. We got a few dedicated viewers, not a lot, but thank you guys for sticking with us. And have a good one, everybody. I'll catch you the next time. Ree.